Happy nostalgia.
The happiest.
Alright, I need to tweet and whatnot, because I almost forgot last time.
Trust me, I would
You
remind you.
Monster.
You did remind me last time.
I was just about to remind you now, too.
Might I try fire?
No.
What? You have no room to talk, Miss Haircut.
Spoilers?
We're not technically streaming yet.
Yes, we are.
We are.
No, not until I acknowledge that the fan
But
base
we're
is there.
live.
Mm-mm.
We're live, Squee.
Nope.
Squee.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Oh, by the way, Mackenzie got a haircut.
I mean,
No.
All you had to
yes.
say, whatever.
She
Never
hasn't.
mind.
I realized that just as I said spoilers.
So anyways, we're live. Hello.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
everybody.
Sorry we're a day late. I am the 6. I'm getting much better, though. I feel much better than I did yesterday. I have a voice, which is good. Which is a lie. I mean, when we say we have no voice, we do. It's just not a voice anyone wants to hear.
I don't know.
True
You could
fucking
sound like
facts.
Phoebe in like that one Friends episode.
Smelly cat.
Oh.
No, the episode where she got sick and then she got a sexy voice.
Oh, right. Well,
I
if that
know.
was the case, we would have been doing like an extra long session. But welcome, everyone. Welcome back to 3 Galaxies. When last we left, last session was a bit of a session. You guys got back from Palladium, the world of fantasy and magic, and found out fairly quickly that you were kind of double-crossed by Beatrix and Gloop. And when I say kind of, they took your / not your ship, somewhat stranding you there. But more importantly, there's a message from your old pal Vector, who was very upset about being thrown in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Does not like that, and has decided to just hang on, let me get a look at my notes here. Destroy you and everything you care about, more or less.
Done.
Yeah. And he apparently started that by alluding or hinting that a certain people or person would be at a very specific location at a specific time, i.e. watching his message to 2 people of interest who were hunting down Kid and Ana, and also who turned out to be Isaac's sister and father.
Mm-hmm.
Point in fact, don't think Isaac knew he had a sister until that point.
He
Yes,
did.
he did.
He did.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, they were targeting Kid and Ana specifically. People were able to talk things down and keep them from becoming an all-out fight, if barely. And it turns out that Isaac's father and sister have been hunting the murderer of Isaac's mother for the past 20 years, which turns out to be... Wait for it. Sit down if you're standing up. Anna's mother, as far as they know, left around the same time, 20 some odd years ago, to start creating genetic weapons that are living beings, which happens to also be what Kid is. And some of Kid's siblings happen to actually be responsible for the murder of Isaac's mom. Hence why Isaac's family is trying to murder Kid and Ana, who looked very remarkably like how her mother used to look at a certain point in time. So, everyone still with me?
Mm-hmm.
Lucas is still there. He's trying to shake people's hands, not getting anywhere with it. We ended the session with you guys at your the hotel room that Hart and Tessa and Cyber 6 and Indigo had set up. Sarah has not been around, actually. You haven't seen her yet. But you ended the session at the hotel room telling Tessa more or less what has happened, and having Tessa at first completely deny that her mother could be anything like that, and denying that Kid could be basically a built super weapon, until Kid happened to say some magical words about being built and being an executioner, at which point Tessa broke down, said that that was the second person in her life that was made to do something like that, and left the room, with Ana in the other room having somewhat of a mental breakdown. And actually, we ended the session with Hart and Isaac consoling Tessa at a diner somewhere, where Tessa confided in them that Ana spent a good deal of her adult life acting as an executioner for their father, given her special abilities. And,
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead and pick up more or less there. Isaac and Hart and Tessa are at a diner. You guys have been there probably, 2 hours or so?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Let's jump back to the hotel room first. Which is Cyber 6, Cyber 6, Indigo, Cathor, Ana, Lucas, and Kid.
Yeah.
Anything you guys would want to do? What would you be doing during the 2 hours or so that they're at the diner?
Where would we be? Is it, let's just say, like a starting point? Are we like a hallway or a hotel or
In a
the
hotel
diner
room.
itself, or?
In a hotel
Yeah,
room.
isn't there like 2 conjoined rooms
Yes,
or whatever?
there's a door that connects to them, yes.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Lucas would be playing with his finger.
Yeah.
Very productive.
You guys can see that Lucas can take his blue, somewhat translucent finger and do things that people should not be able to do with their fingers, like squish it down, stretch it out, bend it every direction. Does not seem to hurt. At least he is not showing any signs of pain. Lucas, there's
You're
some
in excruciating pain.
No, there's like a phantom pain, like your mind's kind of echoes of this should really hurt type of thing. But more or less, no, it's not. There's feeling there. You can feel it get squished down or bent, but it's not painful. It's just kind of odd.
That's what he'd be doing.
All right, Kid, Ana.
After watching him play around with his finger in really weird ways for about a minute, Kid like shudders a little bit, picks up their trunk, and moves into the other room.
Oh my god, you're still carrying around that giant chest.
Yes.
Okay. So you can like move into, say, the living room in the conjoined hotel room, where in there you see asleep on the couch Sarah, hair disheveled, face on a pillow, drooling down the side of it. She is out like a light.
That's fair. Well, I actually don't know if that's fair. I don't know what she's been up to this whole fucking time. Like, this could have been where we left her, for all Kid knows. There for 2.5 months. Kid's just gonna, I guess. Oh no, Kid's gonna go for a walk. Why not? They're just gonna walk around the hotel. They're gonna leave behind the trunk because that's just cumbersome and ridiculous. And yeah, they're just gonna go for a walk.
Okay, makes sense. You exit the hotel. You guys are in the level 2B, the spaceport. So as you exit the hotel and go for a walk, you see lots of travelers, people carrying different types of suitcases. It's almost like being in a gigantic airport. Lots of families going on vacation, lots of business traders going to their hotel for the night. A lot of dock workers walking back and forth. The general vibe. The only stores in the immediate area are like small diners or small little grocery stores, things that you would normally see around a hotel for convenience reasons, you know. There is, oddly enough, there is an entire storefront that is nothing but different types of toothbrushes. There's a dog kennel.
There's a dog
yes.
show happening in their ballroom.
No, this is just what's happening as kid walks past.
Oh, Jesus. Kid thinks briefly about barking back and then thinks better of it because they've grown as a person. Very small, angry person, but a better person.
A collection of animals, dogs and the like, that to growl and bark as kid passes. Kid, roll me a perception check.
Can do, Buckaroo. As soon as I pull up my fucking sheet, god damn it. There we go. Perception. Boop.
Okay. Yeah, you pass. There's probably 40 some odd kennels. The dogs are growling and barking at you. And kid, I assume kid's probably used to this. Animals and kid, for the most part, don't get along very well. Frill being a notable exception. And I'm sure there are other types of animals. But most of them are growling and barking. There is one that is barking, but fairly happily. It barks a few times at kids, runs in a little circle, sits down, barks at kid again. Gets up, runs around in circles again. It's a small dog, has white curly hair, about the size of like a small cat or something of that nature.
Wouldn't have a name tag that says Wally, would he?
What? No. Why? Why would you think that?
Throwing shit out there, just random.
That's, I mean, look, this is role play. You know, anything's possible, but I don't know. That's such an odd place to go.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Kid looks weird at all of the animals, but especially the white one, and just keeps walking.
All right. Yeah, and basically that's mostly what you find in that general area. You'd have to go elsewhere in center to see different decor, if you're even interested in different decor.
They don't really have an aesthetic other than random shit they picked up from somewhere else.
They don't have an aesthetic that isn't junkyard.
Fair. Yeah, no, they're just kind of walking around trying to not feel clustered and crowded at this point.
Sure. All right. Anna, what are you doing?
Anna, after just hearing all the stuff Tessa just said and that conversation in general, she's going to be just sitting on the floor, just kind of looking at the wall, not moving for about 10 minutes. And then she's just going to silently get up and go into the bathroom to have a shower. And then she's in there for a really long time, even after the water has stopped.
Okay. Well, roll me a dexterity check.
17.
Okay. Not horrible. What implement do you have at your disposal?
Can I find scissors?
In a hotel room? Probably not. Not unless you have some.
I mean, I don't know. We don't...
Like roll me a D100, because it's not like scissors are normally just part of the hotel decor.
18.
Except at this hotel, where there are lots of scissors.
How about this? They've been really bored the last 2 months and got an arts and crafts kit.
No. I know how to do this. So in the kitchen, it's the hotel room has a small kitchenette, and it has several utensils for cooking. It has what you would be like food scissors, like the thick scissors you use to cut up meat and things like that. But they're washed and cleaned, put away. You could find those in a drawer somewhere.
Okay.
You do a passable job. It's not horrible. It certainly doesn't look professionally done. What are you going for?
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't show you the pictures. Copy link. And so kind of just very, not like all gone, but definitely much shorter than her usual long hair.
Got it.
It just needs to go.
It's very uneven. Because you are not trained in the cutting of hair,
and not in a good mental state.
But it doesn't look abysmal. It looks okay. You could use a comb and probably pass it off as somewhat of a haircut. Yeah, you know what? This is a pretty good way to look at it. When it's dry, when it's kind of curly, when you're just walking around, you might be able to pass it off. You know, when you just walk out of a shower and it's wet, oh god, it's so noticeable that this is just not done professionally.
Fair. Yeah, she is in the bathroom for way too long, especially for what I assume is a one bathroom for an entire hotel room.
Right. All right. So with you guys doing that, we'll jump back to the diner real fast. Oh no, wait, Cyber 6, what are you doing? Answer me. No, Cyber 6 actually has just sat very still most of the time. Indigo and Cathor have left to go somewhere else. You are not sure where. Jumping back to the diner.
Yeah.
So we'll say this is about the end by the time Tessa has poured out the story, and you guys have had a meal and, you know, shared a milkshake. You and Hart, not the three of you. But yeah, we'll say the meal is over and it's kind of winding up.
Or winding down, you mean?
Yes, that's the word. I'd say that after Ana kind of pours her heart out,
Tessa.
No, both in different ways. After Tessa pours her heart out, she looks more tired than anything, and just kind of gets quiet.
So, I head back to the hotel. Do you want to walk around for a bit? Want to see a movie instead?
No. I think I should go talk to Ana.
Might be a good idea.
And so she'll get up. Isaac, it's like 30 credit tab.
Sure, I'll pay it. Big deal.
It's a big deal to the people that work there 8 hours a day.
I'll leave a 30 credit tip.
Is that what? Jesus Christ.
What?
What?
It's 30 credits.
Wow,
No
big
deal.
spender over here. 100% tip.
Yeah.
And the mashed potatoes were cold.
Oh, the
Isaac,
mashed
I think
potatoes
we
are
need
cold.
to have a discussion about you being in control of the wallet.
It's his funds though.
Yeah, hey.
He's got
Man does what he
4
wants to do.
million. It's no big deal.
Got to 3 sessions later. Oh, you're 30 credits short, man.
Jesus. Don't do that to me, Squee.
No, that'd be a bit too on the nose, I think.
Yeah, that would. Metagaming from the GM. Who'd have thunk it?
We could do it. We're just supposed to be sneakier at it.
Yeah.
But wait long enough and we won't realize.
All right, so you guys make your way back to the hotel.
Yeah.
And we'll say this is right about the time Ana No, I mean 2.5 hours, Anna. You would have been done a while ago.
She's not. She's probably just staring at herself right now. Like she's still in breakdown mode.
Okay, so you guys get back to the hotel room. Anna's still in the restroom.
So
you'll get back.
we get there. Isaac's just gonna see. Oh, hey, the bathroom is being used. Anybody need to use the bathroom? Is anybody still in there? What's going on?
And Cyber 6, who's been sitting on the couch the whole time, looks up. I believe Anna went in there a while ago. About, he paused for a second. 2.5 hours ago.
Gonna stop. Go back to the door and knock. Are you doing okay? Do we need to get something for you?
No.
Okay. Well, whenever you're done, we're back.
And you hear behind him Tessa's voice, Anna, I think we should talk.
She opens the door after a long pause.
You don't hear your sister use curse words very often. It's just not generally in her vocabulary.
Is she actually my sister?
I know, right? Well, that's one of the strange things is that maybe it's a way for her to distance herself from Anna. Maybe it's because Anna's kind of sheltered her from the harsher aspects of life. Tessa just generally does not use expletives very often. She does at this point. She goes, Anna. Oh, for fuck's sake, Anna.
What?
What do you mean, what? And she'll walk up and she'll run both hands through your hair and come out with just like loose hair all over her hands. What is this?
Hair?
She gives you that look of surprisingly reminiscent of your mother when she asked you a question and you gave her a sarcastic response.
What?
But like a very nostalgic look. When you were a little kid and your mom would like, did you eat the cookie? And you'd be like, the cookie walked off or something. That look that your mother would give you of like, really, that's the answer you're going with. Tessa, unknowingly, of course, on no way she could know, but mimics that look almost exactly.
Anna just kind of closes her eyes and backs away from Tessa.
Oh, Anna. And she'll look at Isaac. Do you mind if we have a moment?
Oh, Byrne walked away.
Yeah,
Oh.
Isaac's away. So if you're waiting for an answer,
Well then, I was sorry, I didn't see the chat. I was busy uploading your new token.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, Isaac would leave the room and Tessa would close the door behind him and she'd turn around and she'd be like, Anna, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Obviously. But...
that was how they thought I looked like her. So might as well make the change.
Oh. I don't remember what she looked like.
I don't really either. But apparently it's the same.
Well, it looks terrible.
Thanks.
She nods. You could have at least let me done it. Or, I don't know, Anna. Go to a salon, It's not like you're in one of the biggest cities in the world.
How did you do it, anyways?
You're not in the room.
Sorry,
I'm not
I
in
know
the
you
room.
walked away. Yeah, no,
Sorry.
sorry. I know you when you went BRB. Tessa asked to be alone.
Ah, gotcha.
Tessa takes a comb from the counter and directs Anna by the shoulders to kind of like sit down in front of the bed, and she sits on the bed up above Anna. Unless
Oh, I
you
thought they were
resist.
talking alone in the bathroom.
Yeah, they are, but the bathroom connects to one of the bedrooms.
Like, I thought they went into the bathroom and, like, shut the door in the bathroom.
Right. Okay. Yes. But she would, unless you resist, direct you towards a bathroom, a bedroom, where there is some place to sit down.
Honestly, I'm just going to sit on the toilet.
Okay.
Also, knowing what happens when you cut hair, you don't do it by a bed.
Oh, completely understandable. So then Tessa would start combing loose hair out of yours and doing what she can with it. And there's probably, oh God, a good 2 minutes of silence. And after about 2 minutes, she says, I never thanked you, did I?
For what?
There's a shrug. Everything.
How many things did I fuck up?
Tessa shrugs. Nothing that was important.
Now she's getting the really look.
Tessa almost glares right back at you, and then like turns your head around and keeps combing. You know, that like puts you back face forward. And she says, I mean it. I know what Father made you do. I know what life was like. I know what you saved me from. I never said thank you because I guess we both just kind of assumed it was implied. That's not really fair, now that I think about it.
We should have left sooner. But I was too fucking loyal.
You say that like it's a bad thing. He's our
It
father.
is.
She sighs. I know, but he is our father. It is not easy to say that someone is a parent and also an evil man.
What does that make me?
Someone that stood up to an evil man to protect
No,
a
I
little
didn't.
sister.
I fucking ran off.
And you don't think that's a form of standing up to him?
No, that's avoiding the issue.
She comes around the front. What else could we have done? What do you think would have been better?
Stopped him?
Anna.
He's still doing it. He's still going on. He's still killing people.
He controls an entire syndicate. What would you have done? Stormed in there like a superhero?
I could have tried.
And died. And then where would I be? And you know that.
Now Sam has my job.
You don't know that.
He's his right hand.
You don't know that either. Not
Yes,
anymore.
I do. Yes, true.
Maybe he left too.
That
Maybe
was
he
within the
wasn't-
last couple months. Like, what's the possibility of that?
Wasn't he supposed to meet us?
Back there! I left him.
Maybe he...
There was no plan after that. He was already supposed to be with us.
She shrugs. He never struck me as someone like Father. Maybe he came to the same conclusion. Maybe he ran.
I have no guarantee of that.
We haven't had any guarantees of anything since we left.
Fair enough.
Look. She kind of sits down on the floor in front of Ana so that she's looking up at you. It's not your fault. None of it. Not Dad. Not Mom.
Oh, Mom's not my fault. I think I know that much.
Good. Good. None of it's your fault. You didn't ask to be what Dad made you.
I think the widows say otherwise.
They don't know anything.
They know I killed the people they love.
She's quiet for a little bit at that, and she says, do you think the same way about Kid? If Kid is what they say they are, do you think that Kid is responsible for everything that happened to them?
It at least fought their way out.
So did you. Just because you didn't grab a gun doesn't mean you didn't fight. Look at me.
Just stole a ship.
I'm free. I have friends. I have a good life because of you. What do you think that was? Cowardness?
Silence.
If you dare say yes, I will slap you.
It's just silence.
like she starts to open her mouth and then yeah, Tessa looks furious at Ana.
Ana looks away.
I have a good life. A best friend, something I never had before. And yes, the people we're with are odd. But I would not have any of that if you hadn't gotten the courage to do the one thing that you could. Run.
But all I want to do now is run.
Maybe we can. What's wrong with that? Run and keep running until none of them can reach us. Not Mother, not Father, none of them. The galaxy is huge, Ana.
They'll keep finding us. They found us in fucking 500 years in the past. Or 300, whatever the fuck we are.
She
The only
nods.
way we're safe is if they're dead.
She slowly stands up, goes to the bathroom door, opens it. Kid? Kid, are you there? Kid, it's been about 3 hours. Would you have returned at that point?
At that point, they would be just like not really paying attention to where they're going. So honestly, like at this point, I want to roll just an intelligence check to see if they're lost.
Yes, please do.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Kid's lost.
Yeah. So they're definitely not back at the hotel. They have no fucking clue where they are.
Like at this moment, as Tessa's like, Kid, are you there? You see Kid standing in front of one of those like mall maps with like scratching their chin, going, well, this isn't helpful.
Oh,
right,
that's
like half of the
adorable.
stores and boutiques have changed since they put up the fucking map.
You
Like-
actually, you are actually now level 3B, the open market. You don't even know how you got there. It's a whole different level, but somehow you must have.
Yeah, they're just like staring like, I don't know where I am. I don't remember where the hotel is. I don't think I have my communicator.
No, I don't think you brought anything.
No.
So, back to the hotel room, Tessa would say a couple times, and you'd hear Cyber's voice. She's not here, or Kid's not here. Tessa would close the door and turn back to Ana. and say, okay, so then what? We kill father.
Yeah,
Right.
you
Well,
don't have to help.
there's
You're
a
gonna
moment.
yell at me again, aren't you?
There's a moment where Tessa, her face goes through a range of emotions, but at the end it settles on a mature look. One of resignment or understanding or resolve. And she says, no, I don't have to. But I don't want to keep running forever. If you think that they will truly find us no matter how far we go, then we don't have a choice. And we can either sit in a bathroom and cut our hair.
Scissors
Or-
are right there.
She says, or take our lives back once and for all.
Yeah.
Or both, I suppose, in your case.
A little late on that speech, eh?
I'm not good at this. That was always your job.
Fuck, you thought I was good at speeches?
No, I just said it was your job. I didn't say you were good at it.
I don't know which F word I want to use right now.
Tessa hugs Ana very tightly.
She'll hug her back.
Outside of the bathroom, Sarah wakes up, stretches. Oh, hey, you're back. I guess from that room she'd probably see maybe Isaac at Hart. Is Lucas still? What's he doing? It's 3 hours later.
Oh, wobbly, woobly, fingerino, swaying to and fro. You wiggle and giggle, springing back and forth from whence you came, strong from lame. What secrets do you hold?
I'm sorry, I need a description. Where is Isaac? What's his stance? Where is he when he's saying this? Is he crouched in a corner? Is he standing in the middle of the room? What's going on?
He is sitting down with his back against the wall, kind of defeated. Yet there's still more stuff that he has to do. Why? Why can't he just relax?
All right. And what about Lucas? When Lucas is giving this speech, what are you? What is happening?
He's still very fixated on his fingers.
Right, but is this in the middle of the room? Is this in a corner somewhere? Is this on a couch?
I think he'd have his seat right in the middle of the room, right in the way of just about everybody.
Sarah would wake up hearing this monologue, and she would come over and sit down next to Lucas. Welcome back.
Hi.
Your she points. Your finger.
Oh, you noticed. I did too at some point, but I still haven't figured out exactly what to do with this thing. It's wobbles it back and forth between his eyes.
She stares at it, stares at him. Is that a spell?
He kind of looks up from it. He goes, well, kind of. Not anything I cast, but it is magic of some nature.
Huh. Can I... And she holds out a hand. Can I touch it?
Lucas stops for a second. I don't think I've ever touched somebody else. It might be dangerous.
Right. She like withdraws her hand. Well,
I've
when you
touched myself plenty of times, but I don't think I've ever done.
when you figure that out, let me know.
Who wants to touch? Isaac. If you remember, it melts through things and turns into glob. Maybe you don't want to, but I mean, if you want,
Get that away from me.
all right.
Anna looks hesitant. I'm sorry, Anna. Sarah looks hesitant, and then hugs Lucas and whispers, "It's good to have you back." And then stands up and walks over to Isaac. Hey, welcome back.
Hi. We don't have our ship.
I know. So you've seen the message?
Yup. I hope we still have our ship back at Frontier.
Me too. He seems very upset with you.
Yeah. We kind of screwed him over. Well, we cornered him and whatnot, and he offered us money to let him go. So we took the money and put him in jail anyways. And we took the ship and put it under our name.
That seems like it makes sense. He's upset about that, I suppose. Well, she like she's working through it in her head.
He's upset that we went back on our word, that we said, "Hey, yeah, we'll let you go," and then we didn't.
But I mean, he's an asshole.
He is, and he's a bad guy. But you know what? He was able to get out of that situation, and that's kind of like the track record that we've done that to a lot of people. And he's smiling at this point. A lot of people like went back on our word and kind of screwed them over really bad. And he sent my parents, or my dad and my sister after us. Finally got to meet my sister. She tried to kill Anna and Kid.
That's...
Yeah, so he is going to go through all of our contacts and try and turn them against us. We're in a great situation right here.
She kind of leans back against the wall. I mean, we've been in worse.
Yeah. I have no doubt that we'll be able to get out of this. It's just, what do we have to deal with in the meantime?
So, what's the plan? Are we leaving immediately?
I don't know. I would like to not leave immediately so I can spend some time with Hart. I can't do that. At least not right now.
I need at least a day. I need to... Well, I need to go talk to Mom. Let her know if we're heading out. She's,
Right.
Well, she's still, what you might call, a vampire. But, she's recovering well, and, the father says that, that there's ways to fix that.
Okay. Interesting, because all the ways I know of are get rid of them.
Yes. So that is typically what they do, but I said fuck no to that. She was my mother, and I was kind of hoping you might know a faster way. If you don't, that's fine. That's okay.
The faster way involves some gruesome business with a sword.
Yeah,
and some fire.
Not to kill her, but to turn her back.
I have never ever attempted. I'm sorry.
I see. No, it's fine. Just I suppose you'd be good to know the what would you call them? The coven of vampires down below
Yes.
have been wiped out. Center
Hmm. Okay.
grouped together and did that, and I found my mother. As you know, of course, you were helping me.
Mhm.
Well,
What about my deputy?
she kind of hesitates and she goes,
They're all dead, aren't they?
I'm sorry, Isaac. He wasn't a vampire, but he was working for them.
Hmm.
I don't understand the details. Apparently, it wasn't really his choice, but
Oh no, I understand the detail. I get it.
right,
They didn't fully turn him, but they got to him. I get it.
right. So, mother is in a hospital intensive care unit, where she is. I hesitate to say under arrest, but not exactly allowed to leave until she improves.
She is detained, basically.
Yes, but she is in full awareness of herself, and
All right.
well, anyway, the point is, I would need time to go see her before we go.
That's fine. How much time do you need?
Oh, not much, I suppose. They said that she's going to be there for a long time, so just a day to say goodbye, I suppose.
Fine to me.
Well, good. Lucas,
Yes.
I need an escort.
He has thinks for just a second as he pops up and goes, "But of course." Um, he tries to put away his finger and realizes he can't do that.
You could holster it.
But he keeps like trying to take out his hand. His finger keeps coming back. But
She would
he does go.
She would take a few minutes to freshen up because she's just been drooling all over a pillow asleep. And then she'll leave with Lucas and start heading towards the residential zones. And she walks through. Obviously, she grew up on Center. She knows right where to go. And she walks past all the stores. Lucas, she's quiet for some time. And then as they are taking a shuttle from from level 2B to level 6 in the residential quarter, she goes, Lucas,
Yes.
thanks for coming.
Oh, no problem. As he then gets like, he looks like he's about to say something like his usual jokes, and then kind of like looks like he becomes kind of exhausted or limped or whatnot. Just he like deflates a little bit and goes, I wish I could do something about this situation. I could have sworn of every single story that I've actually seen of the world, of the universe, of all these places, that if there's a big bad at the end and you take them down, everything will be great.
Oh, well, yes, that's what I heard too. But the big bad, if you want to call her that, wasn't taken down. Her coven was destroyed, but she was nowhere to be found. Probably escaped. But they say that her the she shrugs. They call her a master vampire. I think that's too elegant a term for that bitch. They said that she has very little pull on Mother now, and hopefully, even if we can't cure Mother with enough time, she can adapt to lead a somewhat normal life. She shrugs. I look at it as any disease, really. With enough time and care and proper arrangements, you can continue living.
He just sits there and goes like, you know what? If I ever get the time, because there's a lot of stuff. If you notice, that freaking place is just the gutter. Everyone's super down over there, and for good reason too.
I noticed.
Just if I have time or the method or care to do so, I will most likely take down that vampire. I'm gonna probably give a good old hunt for that lady.
Sarah smiles.
Because I've always, everything that I know is you gotta take down the big bad at the end. If you don't do that, you still got problems. You got
just like that, huh? Just Lucas, you're just gonna walk up and take out her?
I mean, last time I saw her, she misted away into some other thing, but I mean, I can try.
She actually laughs. Do you ever get scared?
Me?
I can't read you, Lucas. I never know. You're so... And she's like she's looking for words, and she goes, it's hard to tell what you're really feeling. It's as if everything is always hidden behind an endless supply of bubbly optimism that I don't know if that's just who you are or if you use that to look at the world.
He scratches his chin with a floppy finger. I think it's just who I am. If I have to... No, there probably was that one time that I was scared. There was a big dragon. And I have to say, when it got angry, I was like, shoot, that thing is probably going to get me. And I booked it.
She looks at you for a while longer and she goes, anyone else were to say that, I probably wouldn't believe them. But you, I believe that is just who you are. Lucas,
kind of fun, though.
I would do anything I could to help you if you chose to do such a thing. Of course. Though I'm not very much, And she hesitates. I don't think I fit in very well to your world. You and your friends are so... amazing.
He's like stops for a second and goes, look, I'm already crazy enough, but those guys got the world on like a small covenant, I'm guessing, of people just one after another want them dead. And you know what? I want to be there when that happens. I mean, not them being killed, but you know what I mean.
I do. I want to be there too. It's hard because, Lucas, when you're there, you'll be able to help them. I can't. I'm a cruise ship worker, Lucas. I can give them a tour. I don't think that's really going to help.
You'd be surprised at what little things can actually do.
There's that endless optimism.
He gives a smile and a few eyebrow raises, and he goes, anywho, we should probably get going. I need to get back before somebody tries to jump him.
She nods. And she like leans forward to the driver of the cab, kind of raps on the window and goes, "Sir, can we go any faster? Thank you." Then leans back. And it takes about a good half hour or so. You arrive at what looks like a hospital more than anything else. And you follow Sarah out and through several levels, and she checks into what looks like a nursing station. And they know her and they wave her through, and she signs you in. And you go to the back and you see what looks like a hospital room. It's got a very comfortable bed, a couch, a form of TV screen on the wall, and a table. But it's behind what looks to be an invisible barrier. And on it is... I don't think you ever actually saw Sarah's mother. I think when you went down to go find her, she was already gone, if my memory serves. But she is older, probably in her 60s. She has long blonde hair that's about half gray, half blonde, and shows a lot of lines. Her life has definitely not been one of luxury or simplicity. But despite that, she has this form of smooth grace when she moves, and very pale skin and red eyes. And she's sitting in a chair, just kind of looking around. And Sarah goes up and says, "Mother, it's me, it's Sarah." And the woman in the chair doesn't seem to recognize her. I brought a friend. Lucas, you never met my mother, I don't think. This is this is Para, my mother.
Lucas dolls up. Stands there for a little bit, and then gives a few short hand waves and goes, "Hi."
She looks at you, but doesn't seem to really acknowledge you. Anyway, Mother, Lucas is a good friend of mine. I told you about him. You remember. Anyway, Mother, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be going away for a little while to help my friends. But I'll be back. And the doctors say that they'll look after you, and given time, maybe you'll be able to come back home. Would you like that? And she just kind of stares into nothingness. Right. Well, and Lucas, roll me an insight check.
Ooh, insight.
Yes.
Let's try to figure out. Try to find my.
You're reading people.
All right.
How does that work?
Let's see.
Well, you open them up.
Insight, you say?
Yes, insight.
All right.
All right. Seeing Sarah, she looks like she's holding it together remarkably well. Her voice is a little unsteady, but she seems cheerful enough. And she goes, "Well, so then I'll be gone for a little while with my good friend Lucas here, so you don't have to worry about me. He's he's really good at casting strange magic, but powerful magic. So anyway, Mother, I'll see you when I get back." And the woman in the chair just continues to stare. Right. Oh.
Lucas goes, I want to try something.
Okay.
He folds his arms for a second and then tries to relieve himself and goes, "Hey, I forget her name."
Para.
Para. "Hey, Para, it's me, Lucas. How's it going? If you can, build up that strength in the back of you just try to pull forward, try to speak to your daughter, and I believe in you. And he's going to use bardic inspiration on her
Okay.
to give her a, I don't know, it's one of those things where he just hopes this does something.
Gotcha. You do that, and it touches her, and her eyes lock with yours, like snap to yours. She looks you up and down. And Lucas is wearing basically what he always wears, yes?
Yeah.
She seems to observe you, to study you for the first time. And there's a reaction. Her face turns into a snarl. She stands up and flings herself at the invisible barrier. And Sarah cries out in fright. And you see this woman transform, her fangs grow, her claws grow, and she mindlessly, viciously tears at the invisible wall, trying to get to you. And Sarah's like, Mother, no.
Taken aback a bit. He's just trying to puzzle these things together a little bit. He thinks for a second and then goes, all right, he's gonna try one more thing.
Sure. Sure. I said sure.
Lucas is gonna try counter charm.
Okay. So counter charm, it makes the people that you want have advantage against being charmed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second.
About against being frightened or charmed.
Give me 1 second. Lucas, you do your counter charm. It does not seem to have much noticeable effect, but after about 10 seconds or so of flinging herself against the invisible wall, she puts her forehead against it and grins and looks at you and says, I remember you. I'll be back for you.
And your daughter. Right? Yeah. Like
hang on, give me a second here. Okay. You say daughter, and the eyes flash to Sarah, who, by the way, looks horrified at what's going on. And the older woman, Para, her face softens and relaxes, and for a moment there's a look of absolute sadness. And then it just becomes blank once again. She walks over and sits back down in the chair. Maybe we should go, Lucas?
Lucas stands there, little blank face for a bit and goes, yeah. Yeah.
And she'll leave. She looks like she is barely holding it together. I'm sorry. She's never done that to anyone at all. She just usually sits there, does nothing.
Lucas scratches his temple a little bit and goes, well, there's either one of two things. Either you've told a terrible story of me and probably has the worst idea of me, just a very protective mother, or there was some sort of alternate outside force speaking through here. Probably nothing, really.
A strange thing happened when you say that first part. Despite her state, she laughs out loud, like one just like uncontrolled laugh. And she kind of catches herself and steadies herself, and a tear rolls down her cheek, and she goes, "You idiot. I didn't tell her anything bad about you."
Huh. I thought you... Man. He continues on his stride, trying not to break pace.
She is quiet for much of the ride back. Do you guys mind if I take a quick break? Just a quick
Go
little
for it.
Sure.
potty break. We'll be right back.
Run!
Oh boy.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Yeah? Fill in the empty space. So
Yep.
there isn't silence on the stream.
What?
What?
But why? Why would you
Because
do it? It's very comforting. The cold silence of space, knowing that you're just there at your own computer, looking at a screen.
Piph, you can do that without having a stream on.
Yeah, but you usually lose yourself in such things. Realize the emptiness of your space.
Are you trying to give the viewers existential crisis?
Yes!
Time is a construct.
Time is a neat construct where people measure the time, but at the same time, the only really do that is to make sure that they're on time when playing like bridge.
Bridge. Sure.
Specifically bridge.
Bridge.
My prof was sure wearing 2 watches today and was looking at both of them. She was making a show of looking at her watches today, and I don't know why.
Well,
She
was
wanted
one
somebody
of
to
them
ask about
a
the watch.
fancy watch?
I think one of them might have been like an Apple Watch, but I wasn't confident on that. Regardless, I think she was making a big show to kind of like get our attention so we'll focus when she actually starts her lectures, because she's one of those profs that just goes for it the second it turns like on time. So I think she was also like trying to look forward, like, okay, we start at 1. It is now 1. Straight into this lecture.
Since we're on break, I'm gonna make everybody take a look at this.
Okay.
Not auto-playing.
You should turn her in the classroom. I'm assuming many seats. And just shout at her, "Nice Gucci watch!"
I don't know how she would react to that. I mean, that is also a class I'm taking with a friend, so they might not have been happy with me if I did that.
Some pretty good birds.
Yeah, some birds, they're dancing.
Good birds.
You know what? Some more birds. Y'all are probably gonna yell at me for this, but here.
Okay. It's loading.
I don't like that burn.
I'm sorry, but I mean, it's a cat with little bird legs. I'm gonna show
Nothing's
straight.
loading on my end, so I guess I'm. Oh God! Well, I know what my nightmares are going to consist of tonight.
Sorry.
Kid lost in a
Gucci
mall.
watches.
Oh god.
I didn't even know this
Don't worry.
was a thing.
What?
Apparently. Either that or that person is trolling.
I think that's a real thing.
Okay, the one I have is not that kind of like that.
Yeah, you and I both were just like, wait a second, let me test this. Nope.
No. So either that's an expensive one, or they fucked up in the manufacturing and she just found the fuck up and it works perfectly.
Oh.
Fuck, I wish this was the case. I like this nail thing.
See, that would make it so much easier.
I know.
God, it is really raining outside.
Hey, look, there's Smiley Cat. Smiley Cat, Smiley Cat.
Oh, I don't like that smiley cat.
What am I staring at?
Oh,
Smiley Cat.
No.
Cat that
Birds.
smiles. Oh, the
Lots
birds.
of dancing birds.
Yeah, dancing birds.
They're good birds.
Very good birds.
Wow.
A+ birds.
I don't know. I'm in another campaign with a bird that I am not kind to.
See, that's not a fair comparison. Because she's a bitch.
Oh.
And this one, a cat taking birds for a walk.
Oh, jeez.
So I think we sufficiently filled up the dead space. So here you go. Back to the
Yeah.
session,
Wow.
guys.
Wow, slave labor right there.
Okay.
You know that cat does
I
not
demand
want to be
overtime.
doing that.
You want to talk about who doesn't want to be in that situation? The budgies.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh man. So, so fun session so far.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can Kid
What do
roll
you-
another intelligence to see if they can find their way back?
Yes, please. Well,
Kid, use
you
your
did.
smell.
you did find your way back to level 2, but now you're in Gateland.
Oh.
Retrace your steps, kid.
Yeah, we should
Also,
probably move
Squee, I
everybody
don't
to-
have control over my icon.
So, Mackenzie, I
Oops.
appreciate the sentiment, but that usually helps if you can, like, see shit. And you're talking to a little 4-foot gremlin in a
Oh, the
crowded
time
area.
I thought you meant the smelling. I'm like, I don't think you need to see to smell.
There's also a shit ton of people, and it's been hours.
Thank you, Squee.
Uh-huh. I've also added that token to your character sheet, so we should be able to just pull it out from now on.
Yay!
So, Sarah and
Heavy
Lucas.
session.
Sarah
That's
is
good.
full of sunshine and sparkles.
So is Isaac.
So as Lucas and Sarah make their way back, back in the room, anything of note? We know what Kid is doing.
I don't think I'm in the room, so I can't say none.
Right.
Oh, you're asking me or Anna specifically.
Yes.
So what Isaac's going to do is he's going to eventually get fed up. He's going to go down to the front desk and rent another room.
Fair.
All right. As Isaac's doing that, Tessa's like, she like walks out of the bathroom. Okay, where's the closest salon?
It's It's not that bad.
She looks at Ana. It could be so much better.
Yeah.
She kind of leans back and she goes, in fact, if you're trying to not look like, well, whatever they think that you look like, maybe a little color.
No.
Just saying. Nice shade of blue.
I don't want to deal with that, maidens.
She shrugs. At the very least, we can even it out.
Fine.
And Isaac, as you're renting a room, you see Tessa all but pushing Ana out of the hotel.
You guys good? Do you need somebody to come with you?
We're good.
Thank you. Now back to the room. How much is it?
It's I think 54 credits a night.
Okay.
So,
Dinner was more.
Huh?
Yeah, dinner was
Dinner
more.
was more.
It would be.
Well, it was more because he tipped 100%.
I mean,
You go around tipping those rates, yeah, dinner's going to be a lot more expensive than most things.
He'll rent it for a day.
All right. It's a clean room. You get one close by but not adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. It's very clean, very acceptable.
Yeah.
And probably for the first time since you got back, you and Hart are able to spend some quiet time together.
Mhm.
Ana,
mm-hmm.
Tessa takes you to a nearby, not so much a salon. This is level 2B spaceport. You're not going to find like the artistic salon type places, but more like a barbershop. And as you walk in, you see a very tall, lanky, white-skinned alien. Their face has a bit of a snout. They look very similar to, say, a two-legged, 8-foot-tall giraffe with more like human hands, but a very long neck and kind of a snout for a face. And as you walk in, you hear, "Welcome. How may I help you?" Tessa just looks at you. Chair. Sit.
Apparently I did a bad.
And Tessa says, "My sister got it in her head that she needed a haircut and decided to use kitchen scissors." And the being, the 8-foot-tall being, kind of walks over to Ana and kind of bends the neck down and does this little sound as it studies. "It is not horrible, all things considered. Would you like me to straighten it a bit?"
Yeah, I guess.
And you sit down and they will start kind of clipping your hair here and there. Not a whole lot of work needs to be done, but basically they even it out. They shorten the longer bits to make it all kind of match, and then they end up giving it a perm so that it's curlier than usual. I know Ana already has curly hair, but giving it a little stronger curl helps hide a bit more of the imperfections. And by the time they're done, it doesn't look half bad at all. And the being will walk over to a table, pull out what looks like some sort of cherry flavored lollipop, hand it to Ana. "You were very well behaved. You deserve this."
Internally, she's thinking, yes, I do. Look, she has pride, but it's a sucker. You don't turn down suckers.
No. No, why would you do it? What heartless monster would do that?
Unless it will actually have very bad effects to your health. Why would you turn down a sucker?
And it's 15 credits.
Fuck, can my haircuts be that cheap?
Well, those are how much my haircuts cost. I don't know where you guys go.
Oh yeah, but your haircut is a haircut, not a perm.
Yours. You're a guy. Guys, the haircuts
that's
can
right.
be $20.
I did say they permed it. So make that, I don't know, 30 credits.
You're a digit short, mate. You're a digit short.
I'm not a hair
Squee.
connoisseur.
Like, let's just leave it at 30 to keep it things.
Yes.
Me getting my haircut for $30 would be cheap.
Yes.
Curl haircuts are expensive.
Yes. Like in triple digits.
Especially when you have thick. No, that's when you had the perm and like hair dyes and stuff. Yes. A perm would not be $300, but like haircuts, 30 to 80.
I don't
like
know.
100.
All I know is that I once got a perm in Korea because my wife's friend was a hair artist or hair designer. She actually does it for famous people over there, which is kind of cool. But it was back when I had more hair, and she wanted to be able to spike it up, so she needed to make it straight. And she was shocked because the perm lasted all of 2 days, and then my hair was curling again. I don't have a strong curl, like I'm not curly hair, but I am wavy hair. And apparently the wave is powerful.
Oh, yes.
So that's all I know. That's my entire experience with more than normal haircuts.
Like the amount she's getting cut off, yeah, $30 would be about it. Because
Right.
It's not that much hair.
So they straighten it up a little bit. It looks pretty nice. And like I said, you didn't do a terrible job. Just the difference between what a pro can do.
Mm-hmm.
Trained and untrained.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've got in that, you did a bad. When I've gone in, they're like, were you cutting your own bangs? It's like, yes. Just fix them.
Whoopsie.
This is time consuming and I don't want to come here every month.
So, why don't we pull out into a bit more of a narrative space? Kid, roll me one more intelligence check. Oh, God. So the next morning, Isaac and Hart, you wake up. Everyone else is at the other hotel rooms. They're gathered. Kid's still gone. No one knows where Kid is. And Cyber 6 is starting to get a little worried. And Isaac, when you and Hart get back to the room, basically the discussion going of, well, where would we start looking?
I don't know.
Am I there? Did I get back?
Yeah, you're there. It's the next morning. So you've been there, gone to sleep.
If I were Kid, where would I go?
Wonder
Not
World.
to food places.
They like the cards that I gave them.
No,
She
you
likes
you would go to Wonder World.
Well, I would go to Wonderworld, sure.
Yeah.
But if I were somebody else, I gotta put myself in somebody else's shoes, not just my own shoes again.
Ah. Here, let me take off my shoes so you can stand in them.
You start slipping off his shoes.
Boys, that isn't helping us right now.
It helps his process. Leave him alone.
And like Indigo goes, so does like Kid have, I don't know, like a tracker chip or something?
No.
No.
When we get back to our normal ship, we're putting tracking chips in these damn fucking watches.
Yeah, we should have done that. We really should have done that.
is too many times now.
Yeah, it's too many times that somebody just ventures off without telling anybody.
Hey, it wasn't me this time.
Yeah, it wasn't you this time. Or Tessa.
Again, staying in a bit of a narrative state. Anna's hair, by the way, everyone looks better. It looks nice, actually. Not bad.
Does Center have a PA system?
No, not like what you're thinking. No.
That is the worst thing we could do when we're being like someone's trying to find us.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to say. Center is such a huge. Go ahead.
Isaac, your family doesn't like Kid. Probably you've tracked that little bugger around.
Jeez. Okay. Isaac's gonna take out the communicator. Hello? Oh?
You there's a pause. Isaac? You hear your sister's voice.
Yeah, so didn't think I would need your help immediately, but we had a bit of a talk and the little one wandered off. We don't know where they are. Can you help us find them? Please?
I mean, we don't need help, just have they seen them?
Have you seen them?
And there's another pause. You're talking about the weapon. You let it go.
Right here, bitch.
Shoot. Listen. I was having dinner and not at the hotel. Okay, look. Did you see it?
Give me a second. And then there's a pause. The thing's in the Warlock market. Dad has a bead on it now.
Don't. We'll be
not
there soon.
Engaging. He's just been following.
Please. Thank
Apparently
you.
all night.
Oh my god.
That's his own choice.
But I'm saying it'd probably be better for all of you if we just let him pull the trigger.
No. It is my friend. Like I said before, we're gonna be leaving soon.
Right.
Just need to go pick her up.
You'll see some coordinates deep in the Warlock market. Kid, you're in the Warlock market. Things are weird. There's lots of shops that sell weird incense and magical things, and every hour or so there seems to be like a parade going down the street with weird people dressed in robes and monsters that you've never seen before. It's very weird. There's a lot of things going on here.
There's too many things going on.
It's
Kids
been
like practically
16 hours.
Kids like sleep deprived, tired, anxious. There's so many people and noises and smells, and they're just like losing their fucking mind.
Is Kid still lugging the chest around?
Oh god, no. That would just make this 10 billion times worse. But no, they're just wandering around. Just like...
Well, we're gonna try and get to Kid as soon as possible.
Oh boy. Well, they don't know that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
we're trying to stop the dad from shooting you.
I'd like everyone who's going to go look for Kid to give me a survival check, please.
Oh, I can't believe I biffed that so goddamn hard.
Can I do an investigation?
No, because this is more tracking. Investigation is more, literally investigating a room.
Yeah.
Or a situation.
What would be like asking around? What would that be?
That would still be survival.
Really? All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they lump all that into one. Anything having to do with tracking or trying to find, trying to find a location might be like investigation, but trying to find a person would most likely be survival.
So like streetwise is survival.
Yes.
All right. Interesting.
All right.
Communicate with people. Shit.
Those aren't bad. Those aren't bad at all. Well, you can still communicate with people, sure.
Yeah, it
like-
just occurred to me we have earpieces.
No. I know what you're saying, Lucas. I mean, it depends on the context. It might even be more of a charisma-based thing on how you're going approaching it. It's one of those there's no clearly defined rules for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we'd probably just take it individually. Yeah. So you guys get to the coordinates that you were given. There's no kid there. But kid is a very noticeable creature. And you're able to ask around Lucas and Anna and kind of get pointed in the direction of Kid. Kid, where would they find you?
At this point, I just see Kid like having found a semi like quiet corner to like tuck themselves into, like they're about to like pass out. They're so tired, everything's so loud, so they've just got their hands have like pulled their ears down and like trying to cover and block out as much of the noise as possible. They're just kind of curled up, like nodding off a little bit in the corner.
So yeah, you guys find Kid curled up in a ball.
Anna is gonna walk up to Kid and quietly go, "It's just me, Anna." And then they're going to pick them up.
Oh, Jesus. I'm just gonna roll like a d20 real quick. Okay, so they weren't that far in to like nodding off, and they kind of like blink a little bit, and they start to kind of like struggle, like, no, I'm fine, I do it myself, and they start getting up, and then they stumble a little bit.
Can I pick you up?
They're huffing for a little bit, just like frustrated, like the little kid who's like trying to stay awake, and finally they're just like, fine.
Anna's gonna pick up Kid.
Just lays their head down on your shoulder.
I was just gonna say, 100% holding Kid like a toddler.
Absolutely.
I
Oh
was
my
so
God.
hoping like someone would roll one on their survival and they get lost looking for the lost kid.
Oh my God.
Would have been amazing.
Don't do this to
would.
us.
We would.
You guys are able to get Kid back to the hotel, put Kid to sleep. Tessa actually seems very worried. Like, where were they? Are they okay?
Kid's
Warlock
just
Market.
passed out on Anna's shoulder.
Warlock Market. Don't worry about it. We're gonna let her sleep for a while.
Why were they in the Warlock Market?
I don't know, Tessa. Why would somebody just leave without telling somebody? That's what she did!
Tessa looks at Anna.
Yeah. Well, we told people we were going to this. I guess we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
We
That's fine.
implied we were going to a salon.
It's okay. Not mad. But
Isaac looks mad.
he looks kind of
Isaac?
annoyed.
Isaac, do you need more alone time with Heart?
No, it's fine.
Do you need a sucker?
No. I'm fine. But what we should do is alright, give me the sucker, fine. We should gather all of our belongings, do any shopping we need along the way. I know that I had clothes on that ship. I'm still wearing this stupid armor. So I need to buy more clothes. We should get all of that squared away. Let's get kids some nap time, and then let's get off of this place. Everybody like that plan?
Yeah.
Sarah, who's been quiet most of the morning, goes, I think that I should... Lucas, I think we should probably tell them what happened.
Oh, okay. You want me to take it, or?
Sure.
Okay, so, Sarah and I went to visit Sarah's mom, and she is not looking, 100%, kind of pale. She got a little bit of red eye. That's okay.
Red eyes. Okay, and he's gonna have a kind of smile as if he's trying to hold himself back. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I understand exactly what you mean.
Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So, when trying to communicate with her, I use my general wilds to have a good old response, and then she, instead of just being docile, from what I've been told, she usually is docile. She kind of lunged at the kind of invisible wall thing that she was in, at me, and said that she knew of me and she's coming for me. I think was the other part. Which was weird because I never met her in my life.
Sarah nods. She goes, none of you have ever met Mother. And ever since we found her, she's been very... Well, she eats, she sleeps, but she's very unresponsive. Yes,
Fancy
Anna?
that.
So, I think Sarah joined in on... Oh, no, wait. She wasn't on the ship when we did that 6-month journey, was she?
No, she was not.
Oh, then Anna has no fucking idea what's going on.
Right. No, she was. She was on the ship for the 6-month journey. She's what kept Lucas sane.
Yeah.
Right.
Pranks.
The constant
Okay.
pranks and whatnot.
So,
Yeah.
I think she joined Indigo and Anna's, like, drinking parties at night.
At
So
some
did
point,
she
definitely.
yeah. Did she tell Anna about her mom at all?
She would have told you about her mom, but...
Being a vampire specifically.
Well, so here's the thing. When you were on that 6-month journey, as far as Sarah knew, her mom was still in the clutches of the vampire coven.
Okay.
So as far as Sarah knew, her mom could be alive, could be dead, could be a vampire, could not. She had no idea. She would have told you this, yes.
Okay. So at least someone at some point has probably explained vampires to Anna.
Probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You have Isaac there.
Yeah,
Yo,
dude. The
as
number
far as
one.
I can tell.
The number
It
one
looks
big
like-
thing that Isaac hates is vampires. 1000%.
Oh, we're showing him Twilight.
Lucas then goes, so what I think might be going on is there might have been a person talking through that we met before. And the only person I know that can actually talk through vampires is... Actually, I don't know anything about that.
Well, it could still be that master that's linked with her, or she is no longer linked with the master and is now turning into a master itself and is linked to a separate entity.
Isaac,
Hmm?
I would say, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. This is like your bread and butter. You would know this. Masters, as long as they are still linked at some way, shape, or form to their spawn, can, if they exert great effort, or if they're close by, or if they're massively powerful, can speak through them and see through them. They can treat them almost like familiars.
Yeah. Which means that Master's still around. That's a thing. So they didn't actually wipe out that clutch.
Oh no, from what I heard, they actually did They got the nest, but not the master.
Sarah nods. They exterminated all the vampires on Center, but the
Except for her.
master was nowhere to be found.
And your mom did that last night.
And she's never done anything like that to anyone else.
I see. That means that master is very likely somewhere nearby.
What, really?
Yes.
Huh.
When you say nearby, what are we talking here? On the station? On a close world?
Pretty much guaranteed to be here, as far as I know. Unless they are exceptionally powerful and are on a different world. The closer they are, the stronger the bond.
Well, she kind of hesitates. I hate to say this, but where Mother is probably the safest place she can be.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how powerful this master is, getting through the type of security they have on her. And by the way, Lucas, you would have known, like, there's a lot of security on Para because she's a bloody vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you want us to do?
I know that there is a lot on our plate right now with this whole vector thing, and we have to figure that out. But I need help.
Okay.
She's my mother, Isaac.
It's going to be hard because after somebody has been, I don't consider, but I'm willing to help if the rest are willing as well.
Sarah, looks incredibly insulted at Isaac, but she says nothing.
I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I've grown up.
You kind of
hating
just
them.
did the equivalent of your family trying to kill me and Kid.
I know. I'm not
So
going to. I'm not going to kill her. I'm going to get rid of the master.
Just your phrasing, a little hypocritical there.
I know.
Also, kind of the worst thing you could be saying right now.
Probably.
Indigo actually walks up behind Isaac and just smacks him in the back of the head. Tact, Isaac. Tact.
Sorry.
And she kind of says in a low voice, I feel the same way you do, given what I've gone through. But it's the woman's mother we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And Cyber 6 will stand up and actually stretch, and you kind of hear some metal plates scratch. And don his sombrero, and he'd say, well, add it to the list.
Yeah, add it to the list. Might as well get it done now. Sure. Going to have to go and get some items.
Sarah shakes her head. No. That's not a priority. Look, Mother is safe. I can't imagine whoever this master is can get to her right now. She's not a threat to anyone. We saw that. If she was, she would have gotten to Lucas. But Vector is a serious threat to all of you. I can wait.
How do you guys want to play this?
Well, first of all, if this master has invaded the authorities in the past, I'd rather have the full arsenal of our ship. before we do anything instead of whatever we just happen to grab at the dollar store.
Mm-hmm.
Second, to make it clear what we're up against and our long list of enemies, we have this master. We have Kid's mother, who's in the future. We have my father, who's in the future. And we have Vector, who's now.
Yeah.
Just as a quick refresher as a player, Vector is the guy who showed up on the hologram. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He's the cereal box.
Right.
The cereal
So-
box?
I post it every time he's mentioned.
So Lucas will go, as far as I can tell from at least the message, he's pulling out a lot of stops to bring back as many people as he can get his hands on. And since he is of, I should say, black market material, they can contact whoever, whenever, that sort of thing. So it wouldn't be too far-fetched that this vampire that had a vendetta against us even before all of this is probably still in that whole group thing of that.
Cyber 6 kind of like tips back the sombrero. Wait. Are you suggesting that Vector has somehow managed to convince a master vampire to work with him?
If they said something about us, probably. I mean, the vampire was ticked enough to actually come through a portal to find us, go in there, try to plot against, I think, us again. We then, as us as a group, went down there, kicked their shins pretty hard, and then sent an entire group to wipe out their cluster. Most likely would hate us, as well as I think in the past has been doing things against Isaac and his town, which, I mean, ties are all there.
Probably.
Holy hell. Like, Cyber kind of says, all right, I need some information here.
But
Who the hell is this Vector that you guys would... Lucas, what you're saying makes sense, but that would take a man with
considerable resources? Ah!
yes.
Yeah, he's one of the first guys that we encountered when we first started venturing together and got our own ship from Paw. Well, using Paw's money, which we eventually, paid back. We went and took out a pirate enclave, which was actually a cover or a ruse that was trying to be run by the Transgalactic Empire through this guy, Vector. Real name insert here, Squee, because I have that feat and I don't have the notes.
Oh, I don't have those notes pulled up, but
That's
yes,
fine, but
I'll get it for you. But
Yeah.
you would remember his real name.
Yeah, real name this. We took out his pirate station. He admitted what he did and was planning to do, trying to destabilize the economy of the CCW. And trying to make it so that they are weak for a war, and start to go through everything they did with Vector and whatnot. Everything we know about Vector because of that feat. He'll mention it to Cyber 6.
So, and at the end, Cyber 6 will just kind of sit down and say, so what you're telling me is that we've managed to piss off a man who was trained by our government to slip into places unnoticed and cause dissent.
Yeah, pretty much. We pissed off a spy.
Oh.
And a
I
vampire
mean,
master and a leader
That
of the
does
mafia.
sound bad, but I mean, we pissed off,
Yeah, Magnolia too.
what was it, Devil?
Oh yeah, the Devil.
We did piss off the Devil, but we dealt with that.
Yeah, we dealt. Hopefully, we dealt with that.
I think
My
he had his fun.
my concern is simply this. If this man was trained to be a spy, then this is right up his wheelhouse. Finding allies to turn against each other would be something that they would be very good at.
Mm-hmm. Anna has plus.
Yes, Anna.
Anna is going to suddenly have a good kick in the ass of who she is, and is immediately going to start searching the hotel room for surveillance things.
Good.
Go ahead.
Good on
What do you want me
Ed.
to roll for that in this?
I would like
I'll
you to roll
help.
an investigation
I'll
check
help,
at
please.
advantage.
Thank you.
This was probably started with an oh fuck, jumping up and then just searching. 17.
You start like going through the walls and going to the normal places, and you're not finding anything, and you're starting to be like, okay, I'm just being paranoid. And then you get to one of the outlets, and it's not properly attached. And you take out the outlet, and there's
Okay,
an
before
audio
she starts
bug.
doing that, she's going to put a finger to everyone's lips and kind of just gesture for them to continue talking.
And then do me a thieves tools check. Oh wow! 31. You are able to carefully, quietly remove the outlet covering, and inside you find an audio bug. High quality too.
I'm impressed. She's going to put a finger back to her mouth as she stands up. It kind of indicates something's up. She's like, you know what? We've done a lot of fucking bullshit today. We should probably go and find a ship to take us to Frontier now.
Yeah, seems
Indigo
good.
like gets a data pad, starts typing something out, and then holds it up, and it just says, "Well, if he didn't know about the vampire, he does now."
Yeah.
So
So,
we'll pull out into a narrative sense, unless there's anything specific you guys want to do.
did you guys have you guys given the key up for the room that Isaac and Hart were in?
No. It hasn't been 24 hours.
You guys probably didn't give fake names. Anna would not have suggested that. Let's go. She's going to be like, let's go to, look for a ship right now. And then is going to try and usher everyone into that room.
Let me clean up first.
Clothes thrown around a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, you're wearing clothes now, so...
Yeah, but they didn't bother putting their clothes in a hamper or something. They were tired.
Yeah, that's what they were doing.
Yeah. We were doing laundry. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Isaac, what? Actually, no, she's gonna go across there. She's gonna keep people in the hallway, and then she's gonna do a search of that room.
Okay.
I'll help with you.
All right, go ahead and roll me another investigation check.
With advantage.
Yes.
20.
Okay. You search very thoroughly. You find no bugs in this room.
She's gonna usher everyone in from the hallway.
All right. So now everyone's standing in a one room. There's standing space only now.
Yeah, Isaac's gonna open the windows and make sure there's circulation and whatnot.
So quietly, Anna's gonna say, there has been a bug in that hotel room. How long have you guys been in there in general?
And real quick, yeah, kid, I imagine they would have woken you up and ushered you in.
Would have at least picked you up and brought
Yeah.
you to the bed in there.
So actually, that's up to you, kid. Are you still are you still sleeping through the transfer process?
Kid makes a groggy noise, just and they hobble tiredly across the hall, and then they go in, and then they immediately pass out on the bed.
And one thing I will note, despite Tessa and Kid have gotten along, right? They haven't had any grudges towards each other or anything, but Tessa also hasn't really been. It's not like they're close, right?
I mean, yeah, Kid's not really close with a lot of people, though, so...
But as Kid sleeps, Tessa actually sits next to Kid and is kind of stroking Kid's fur.
Kid immediately rolls away.
Like, even so, like subconsciously, doesn't even, still asleep, still just.
No.
And Cyber 6 will say, we've been in that hotel room about a month.
How much have you guys said about us while in there?
He shrugs. I mean,
I know how difficult that kind of question is.
not for me, actually. Give me a moment. And he kind of like pulls into himself. Comes back out. A lot, actually. Hart and Sarah have had very long conversations, as Tessa.
Anna just starts rubbing her face. We all need to be more careful from now on. Even if he knows this, he can't know new information.
I beg to differ.
If you're suggesting we should leave the room, I was going to say we can take this to advantage and he can hear what we want us to hear, or want him to hear now.
Yeah.
Fist bump.
And Cyber 6 shrugs. He goes, I'm sorry, I should have thought. I just didn't.
I should have thought.
They, we said a lot. He knows a lot. I mean, it's been a month.
Well, we don't know how long he's had that bug in there, but yeah, at the most, a month.
And like Cyber 6 and Indigo look a little sheepish, like they should have known.
You
but,
bad Corsairs.
But Hart and Tessa just looked a little creeped out more than anything.
I've seen movies. When they do the when people do like the bug thing, is it like kind of like the van outside and kind of sit there and they eat pastries of some kind?
How strong the signal is?
Anna, you would know with your check on it. It was a very high quality bug. It uses a subnet signal that could be bounced off of relays and sent almost anywhere it needs to go. So typically what a bug like that does, it will send a scramble signal to some sort of relay that will then boost that signal and shoot it out to wherever.
Neat. We're fucked.
We need our ship.
We do.
For now, don't say where we're going. Act natural. Act natural as you can. We can't give them any information about our whereabouts, or where we're going, or our new plans. However, doesn't mean we can't plan in that room. Just not plans that will be helpful to them.
How much of you mentioned Zeberon?
Well, Cyber 6 says, Indigo and I don't talk about it too much. He just shrugs. It's not really something we discuss normally. Hart and Tessa spoke about it quite a bit, but mostly about the time they spent there in Hart's apartment. I'm not sure that's going to be very helpful. He would certainly know a lot about her acting career. And Hart would kind of blush a bit.
Fine for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's me then.
I could hear you, Squee.
Okay.
What about time travel? Has that been mentioned?
Oh, yes.
Oh, good.
It's been very discussed. He kind of hesitates, and then Indigo goes, Cyber 6 got it in his head to try and explain to to Hart and Tessa exactly how temporal gates work.
Jesus! Why? He's going to get up, grab Cyber 6, and start trying to shake him. Probably not doing a great job. Why would you do this?
Hart would come over and put a hand. It was my fault. I was curious. Isaac,
Anna's full
they're
on pushing him back.
amazing.
It's a feat of engineering, but now he knows how to do it.
He would. Cyber 6 goes, he would need an AAG, but as I guess we proved, they're not impossible to come by.
Mm-hmm. He could just get into contact with the Spligorth and, hey, give us money. Goody! Oh boy.
There's nothing we can do about things now.
Yeah.
But we can control the future. Bad word choice, but you get what I'm saying.
Yes. I got
And I
what you're
bust
saying.
out of tarot cards.
Let's work on getting a ship over to Frontier. They already know we're heading there.
Kid, that text, was that a question that would be asked?
If something was asked of me, I heard none of it. My internet dropped for a second.
I
It's
see.
been storming like crazy outside.
I understand. The text you wrote, is that something that would have been asked? Or, is kid still asleep?
Kids still passed out. I'm just
Okay.
throwing shit out there because,
Gotcha.
kids passed the fuck out. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason for Anna to ask that.
Same.
That could be something it's not like we can't ask Cyber 6 in the future too, but for some reason pops into our character's mind in that moment. Okay, so Anna's gonna say, from now on, we need to be careful. No real names. Do not go alone. Do not even give a hint of what your identity is more than you have to. Keep your cards close. For
Okay.
all intents and purposes, we need to act like ghosts right now.
Okay. Should we all get makeovers or haircuts?
No. So you're gonna expect that.
Okay.
And I mean, I've been on the run for how long without changing my look? She looks kind of zones out for a second. Realizes what she's done. Regardless, clicking back in, I was on the run for, 4 years? 3 years before my father even came close to finding me. Didn't bother changing my looks. I technically didn't change my name, but this guy knows way more than my father did when we left. And is way more powerful than him, and has him, probably. Oh, and before I forget, because I think I keep forgetting to tell you guys this. If someone is my father's man, they have a tattoo like this. And she'll, take off her jacket. She's probably wearing, a tank top underneath it. And, run a finger along the outline of the owl. Everyone who works for him will have an owl tattoo. Keep an eye out for that. If you see it, don't act suspicious, but be extra careful with what information you give them until they reveal their cards.
Okay.
I'm sure I will think of 20 other things that'll be helpful in the next, hour.
Probably.
But for now, we need our ship back.
Yeah, we do. We need our ship back. We need our workshops back. We need our supplies back. We need our clothes back. God damn. We need everything back.
I would also, Hart says, like to check in on Dad.
Yes, absolutely.
Just to be safe.
Yeah. And if needed, we should get him out of there.
On the bright side, I don't think Vector would know my real name. I never use it. Well, unless he reads my acting contracts on Zebron.
Yeah? Sure.
So hard it is.
Oh, man. Oh no, if he somehow gets to Zebron and sees that episode of that reality TV show we filmed, I said that I was your boyfriend. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Honey,
and like
say
Cyber
no.
Six goes. Yeah, Cyber Six goes. Oh, Isaac, Tessa and Hart together for a month. I think that ship has sailed.
No, I mean, I said Sophie Clay.
Oh, well, either way, I think it would be okay to keep using Hart for now. Either he knows your real
Yeah.
name or not.
Yeah, let's get a ship. Let's get over there as quick as we can.
First, Tessa,
Yes.
did you speak of our job after good old dad?
She kind
Or
of
their
hesitates.
successor?
Well, if you mean Fenmuki, I mean, I might have brought her up once or twice. I don't. And she kind of
As
shrugs.
the
Cyber Six
head-
goes, I never heard it, at least.
So we might at least have an ally still in there that he might not know about. The risky one. And it has been one that's been looking into the mother and my dad. It's Zebron.
Yes. So, and Cyber Six goes, says, okay, so, if I understand, first things first, we get to Frontier Station. We get second chance. And then, and he kind of pauses. And then what's the plan? What's the end game here? What's the goal?
Not die?
That's an objective, certainly, but more symptom to the cause, isn't it?
Well, right
Let's
now.
wait until we're not in a place that's so open.
Okay.
And also we have time to actually think of a plan. Anyways. But I don't like one hotel room's been bugged. I'd rather be in a place more secure before we start getting into long-term games.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, I'll pull out a little narratively to move things along. Is there anything you guys want to do on Center before you head out?
Yes.
Yes.
Because Isaac is fucking dweeb. He is going to get an outfit that looks like this. Because I can.
Also,
They know you're in contact with your sister.
do you guys
Yeah, they
have
do.
access to this?
Let's see. Yes, center shops.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So if you need anything there, let me know. Isaac, that'd run you probably about 500 credits.
Okay. that's
Wait. Yeah, and then if you ever get back to Zebron, you could even turn it into SDC armor.
Oh, absolutely.
But
That's
you
what I'm
need to go
probably
there
going
to
to
get
be
that
doing.
done. Yeah. They could do that here on Center, but not in the time frame you're looking.
Yeah. Or he can just do it himself when he has the time. Aha!
That would work too. You and Cathor could I mean, the man gave power to a village because he was bored.
Mm-hmm.
So, idle hands and all that.
Oh no, trust me, I have an idea if they did steal our ship that him and I could team up for.
Lucas, yes, sir.
I would definitely like to, with Bug intact, try to give like false backstory, people that are allies and enemies, and also maybe throw in a few characters in there that is just Lucas doing a voice.
Okay, so here's what I'd like from you. First things first. If you want, maybe over the course of the week, if you want to kind of write up what has been said, you know what I mean? Like, some backstory, some fake allies, what you came up with. I would love that. Secondly, I need you to roll me a performance check and then a deception check.
Oh boy.
Would someone be helping Lucas with this?
Anna would definitely be interested in fucking with surveillance.
Yeah. I gotta imagine. So Lucas, do both of those at advantage.
Okay. Deception.
Wow. Get
Okay,
fucking
that's
wrecked.
a nat 20.
Nat
And,
20 on my highest stat.
Yeah.
And performance, please. This is for the voices and stuff. Okay.
Ooh.
You guys see Lucas become like a one-man show.
I mean,
and
Anna's probably in there, like, being someone he can talk to, so it seems more real.
And if you could, just over the course of the next week, doesn't have to be anything expansive or detailed, but you guys as a group can kind of work together and come up with some fake information that would have been fed through the bug. Makes sense. Like, it
Good.
doesn't have to all be on Piph. I think you guys as a group could kind of
Yeah.
work together what misinformation you're feeding. Apparently extremely well.
Vector doesn't know how many siblings Kid has.
Yeah.
All
As
right.
fuck doesn't know how many kids knows that they have.
And then booking passage for all of you. What kind of passage are we talking about to Frontier Station? Are we talking cruise liner? Are we talking like a space taxi? Are we talking comfort? Are we talking
Whatever gets there the
Cheap.
fastest.
I was gonna say,
fast?
what's the most discreet?
Fast and discreet. Okay, discreet.
Discreet.
Fast and discreet. You're looking at smuggle runs. Fast and not illegal. You're looking at basically a point-to-point type of
Not
space
illegal.
ferrying service.
I wonder,
Hey,
is there a ship or a station or planet that would have ships nearby Frontier?
Define nearby.
So, what I'm thinking is, if there is such a place, we could say, like, okay, we booked passage, we got these passes, and actually get passes on a ship, and say that in the hotel room, but then use Gateland to gate to a planet nearby, and just take a shuttle to Frontier.
Yes.
Is that a thing?
You could definitely do that. Frontier is Frontier Station mostly because it is out of the way and away from most space highways. So there's not like a planet nearby, but you can certainly do what you're saying is buy a ticket, make it look like you're going, and then use Gate World to get somewhere else and then go from there. That's definitely doable.
that is some bullshit Anna's totally for.
Yeah,
Cyber
because
6 with the plan, Cyber 6 would say, well, to be fair, look, Vector knows we're headed to Frontier Station. He knows that we have to go get our ship.
He doesn't know when we'll be arriving. though.
yeah, and if he knows, or if he thinks, okay, we're taking a cruise liner, it's gonna be a week and a half, and all of a sudden we're there, that'll catch him off guard.
Or at least we'll be coming in a different station at a slightly different time.
Yeah.
He shrugs. He goes, I see your point, though I would counter it briefly with, how long were your sister and father waiting for you to show up?
You can ask.
My point being that Vector seems to be the kind of gentleman who would expect all kinds of routes. Not saying that it's not worth doing. I'm just making sure we temper our expectations.
Yeah.
It's still one advantage we can take advantage of. Even, just said that
It
sense,
is-
even if it doesn't actually give us one.
It is something we should be extremely careful with, I agree. It is one of the few places he knows that sooner or later we will have to be.
The main difference would be he's looking at the front door, and we come in side entrance. That kind of
Cyber 6 nods. Well then, how about this? I'll go book passage for us. You guys handle the Gateland part.
Mhm.
And he'll nod, and then he'll go and I will need 4,000 credits to
Alright.
book passage on basically a ship ferry that would go to Frontier Station.
Sounds good.
He takes a to make it believable. Cyber 6 takes a fast small vessel that at light speed would take about you actually kind of nailed it on the head, about a week and a half to get to Frontier Station, which is fairly fast. It's not the fastest, but it certainly isn't the slowest.
Yeah.
It's a believable speed.
And it's legal.
Yes. Yeah, he doesn't go to the underworld or anything. He literally just books a flight. The reason why it is a bit more expensive is because, like I said, Frontier Station's out of the way. It's not like you can book passage on a ship that just happens to be going there. That's hard to find. You literally just have to Uber there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Then you guys can head to Gateland. You can make some inquiries. The closest you're going to get is about 3 days away. There are closer planets, but none that you can reach from Gateland. And the planet in question that's about 3 days away is a medium-sized planet, about the size of Earth, so similar gravity, similar atmosphere. It is actually a mining colony that is fairly big. It is there's a hardened metal alloy there that is very famous and very used. So there is a decent sized city that has built up around the colony, and you can certainly book passage from there to other places.
And there you go.
So with that in hand, to use the Gateland, you are looking at let's see, it's about 2,000 credits per person. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I believe.
18,000? 20,000.
10 of you, actually, because Tessa.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, so 20,000 credits. Gateland is not cheap.
That's fine. It'll get us there closer or faster.
Right.
And
right.
We sure have 32 million. So it's fine.
So, with that, why don't we go ahead and end the session here?
Okay.
It's a little bit early, but my voice is starting to fade again.
Okay.
And this is a good stopping point.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
Alrighty. Then we'll end this session here. Thank you all for joining us, and we will pick back up next Wednesday.
Yeah. Catch you later.
Toot toot.
Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.